Hey, Bays and Boos, welcome to the fourth installment of Toxic Sips. The podcast is reveling in its costume as we speak, and it's spooky time, baby. Sippers, grab your gauntlets, cauldrons, chalices, skulls, question mark, and Starbucks tumblers. Because it's time for Toxic Sips, of course. I am your host, Justice Narrows, AKA Jayfoxx, helping you get through your ebbs and flows on another spooks-worthy week. Today, yes, you all get to meet the other half of me that was long lost. We are evil twins today. Casey, hi.
Oh my God, hi. Wow, what did...
Whoa. Wow, look, we're twins.
Oh my God. Is Every staring into a mirror?
Whoa.
Oh, my hands are so much bigger than yours.
Casey,
I'm the bigger version of you.
you were born first.
Yeah.
You stole the nutrients in the womb.
I know.
In the Earth's womb. And that's why I'm 5 feet tall and you're... How tall are you?
5'6", I'm not that tall, but yeah, I tried to absorb you. You fought back valiantly, and congratulations on surviving that.
Let's ignore that I have 3 other siblings and 2 other brothers, or 3 other sister siblings, 2 other boy brothers. Not in this world, not in this realm.
Just twins.
Just
you
twins.
and me.
Just you and me. Here we are, evil twins. After meeting Casey, you guys, and realizing we are basically, the same person, that talk and sip went something like this. Hi, I'm Jessie.
Oh my God, hi. I'm Casey.
Whoa. What do you do for a living?
I am a video editor, and sometimes I do podcasts.
Weird. I'm also a video editor that sometimes does podcasts, actually quite a bit. But yes.
Whoa. What are your hobbies?
I like to climb. I like to skate. And I used to disc golf at some point, but it takes a lot of time and I can't do it as much because I'm podcasting so much now.
I climb and skate and do podcasts. Weird.
What
are you copying me?
Eerie. Wow. Okay. That's so strange. I haven't climbed as much these days since I really enjoy top rope climbing, and my partner typically prefers bouldering, but there's no rope gyms near us. Have you been climbing much lately?
I haven't, but that's really weird because I also prefer top roping, and my husband, I'll say husband because I'm better than you.
Wow. Well, of course, you try to absorb me and murder me, and I don't get to say husband, but that's okay.
I can't help it. But yeah, he also only likes bouldering. I think it's he doesn't like heights, and he just climbs to appease me, which is like really nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, my boyfriend really enjoys it, and but he doesn't like, as much as he enjoys doing the rope climbing, he has to put on like 30 layers of sunscreen when we go outside because of the sun.
Oh, is your boyfriend a redhead?
Yes. Is your husband a redhead?
Yeah. What?
Whoa. Yes. I like your bangs, twin.
Thank you.
I once had bangs. If you follow me on the socials at Jayfoxx with 2 X's and 2 underscores, you would know, because it's all bangs up until a few years ago.
Weird. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
I love that story. I think bangs are a bit of you showing the world that you've gone through some sort of crisis. So you're showing the world that your life is together by not having bangs.
Or you're a sci-fi hottie.
Is that yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like Olivia Wilde did not need to have bangs. I don't think, I've got to look it up, but I'm pretty sure she had bangs in Tron.
Did she have?
Let's find out.
I feel like I'm picturing Tron, and I'm just picturing her big forehead. Her big, beautiful forehead. I feel like most women with very large foreheads are stunning.
Yeah.
It's like a model thing. You have like a big forehead.
I'm pretty sure.
More face, Oh, yeah, that haircut. Oh, that's such a good haircut.
Yeah. You say that because it's very similar to yours.
It is, but I feel like that's more, like that is definitely the sci-fi.
The sci-fi short hair bob bangs.
Yeah, like tough chick.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to just say that I guess I do believe that we are evil twins. My sister Julie, the one from the real universe.
Our sister.
Our sister Julie, she used to tell me growing up like that I was picked up in a black bag in a trash can.
Oh. Well, that might be true, like after we were separated.
All right, it's really wild because, this is us reuniting after many years.
No, yeah.
Wow.
So good to see you.
Wow. Okay, don't try to kill me this time, though.
Yeah.
We're both evil now. Not just...
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was just me, but we can both be evil.
Can I, please?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, cool. It's wild, okay. I just read an article because I knew we were going to do this, and I was like, whoa. It's a true life story about these two sisters, Molly Sinner and Emily Bushnell, long-lost twins who reunited decades after being separated at birth 37 years ago. And this is an article from, like, last month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why does this keep happening?
I don't know. But they were separated after being adopted in South Korea by different families. So one of them went to a Jewish family in Florida, and the other one went to adopted by a Jewish family in Pennsylvania. And they didn't know each other up until probably within the last 2 years, and that was because Emily's daughter was pushing for a 23andMe from her mom because she was like, oh, I want to know about our family tree, blah, blah. And so then she got an email, and it told her like, oh, there's somebody out there with basically your DNA.
Whoa. That's so trippy. Like, okay. Like real talk, because that kind of happened to me. Because like I didn't know my dad, and then like I did a 23andMe, and then you just find people out in the world that look like you, but you don't. Yeah. You don't have any sort of like, I guess like past relationship built. You're just like, oh hey, what's up, Julie? Like we are like blood related, but it's like such a trip.
It's quite fun. You're triggering a memory, not a bad memory, a quirky one, if you will. And it was basically like this girl. Her name was Valeria. I can't wait for House of Dragon later. The Valerians. Anyway, and
wait, this is true, or is this like a House of Dragons like joke?
No, this is true.
Oh, okay.
This girl Valerie hit me up on Facebook.
Oh, her name.
Yeah. Her name is actually and she goes, hey, like, how do you know so and so, which would be my uncle. And I'm like, he is my biological, because I never met my dad. He is my biological. Yeah.
That's like a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
On Facebook Messenger, she goes, that's my or he's So it was basically my biological dad's brother. And she goes, oh, interesting. What? My dad's name is so and so. And then I was like, I go, hey mom, because I never met him. I didn't care to. There's things that you just don't care about. I'm not gonna. Anyway, so I go, hey mom, what's my biological dad's real name again? She goes, oh, this is his name. And I'm like, holy shit, that's my sister.
Me too.
Shut the front door. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I know we've been like fucking around with everybody and doing bits and stuff, but like this is crazy. This is like real time finding out we have siblings out there that we didn't know who hit us up pretty much. Whoa.
Yeah, twins.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it was a joke, but
it is like a bit of a did you ever meet your dad?
No, but he hits me up on the FB sometimes, like recently, and he's like, hey, daughter, how you doing?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, right?
I'm like, I don't have any relational equity or foundation
I know,
what
do you talk about? Like, do you also have hangnails a lot, or?
Yeah, like, also, what are you having right now? Since we are talking and sipping.
I'm having a cold brew pumpkin drink.
Ooh, wow, look at our tumblers. So for those that are just watching, we have literally,
for those of you just tuning in,
lilac colored Starbucks tumblers.
Oh, is the lilac like an important color?
No, it's just the same.
You're just
the same.
describing it.
Yeah, because not everybody watches. So.
Oh, okay. For those of you who are colorblind watching, this is a lavender tumbler.
It's when you mix blue and white-ish. No, what else would make? And red?
Red, yeah.
Blue, white, and red?
I think so. Yeah.
Right?
If you just added white to blue, you'd get light blue.
Yeah, you're right. It's because you absorb half my nutrients.
I know. I'm sorry. I absorbed the color
rude.
parts in your brain.
Oh my God. Okay. Speaking of kids and weird
But
conundrums.
we're gonna talk about the dad stuff like after this.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you like so much to edit out.
Oh
but,
my God. Yeah. Okay. Here are some of the worst kind of kids out there, twins or not. So, because we're editors, obviously we have a top 5. So here's one of the shittiest kids. Or not the shittiest kids, but you feel bad for it. So poor possessed Reagan from the 1973 Exorcist. That girl actually did injure herself in making that film.
Yeah.
The infamous twins from Stanley Kubrick's 1980s The Shining, which is what inspired our outfits today. And for those that are just listening, we are wearing black dresses that I found at the 99 for $5 that make us look like waitresses, and black and white striped shirts. Yeah, it's a thing.
Red rum.
Yeah, red rum. The Wilding Carrie from the 1976 film Carrie. And that was just...
Have you seen Carrie?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
She was wild. Poor girl. The Corn Children from, the Children of the Corn from 1984. The wildly underrated Esther from The Orphan movie in 2009. And they made a prequel years later, and she holds it down. It's still so freaking good. I enjoyed it very much. And lastly, or not lastly, but Samara's Wild Ass from The Ring in 1998. So these are just some wild ass kids.
Yeah.
And some twins that I completely forgot about. The twins from Sleepy Hollow. Do you remember Sleepy Hollow with...
I don't remember them being twins.
Sleepy Hollow had like the witch out in the forest who helped Johnny Depp's character. And then the stepmom, who was summoning the Headless Horseman.
Oh, yeah.
They were twins when they were kids, when he ran into the forest.
Yeah.
And she was the one to break the branch to get him killed.
Yeah.
And so at the end, it's quite interesting that the witch, who's seemingly scary and creepy and goopy, living out in the middle of nowhere, aided them in trying to figure out, like, who is the Headless Horseman? What happened? Where is he?
Yeah.
And then
Christopher Walken.
there you go. Oh, he was so good.
I know, with the teeth.
The teeth. Yes, Christopher Walken. And then obviously her sister being well endowed, rich, and super evil. Money corrupts, y'all.
Yeah.
And she was the one not helping at all.
I need to like re-see that movie, rewatch it. The only thing I really vividly remember is the bird in the cage, like spinning.
And just spinning.
Yeah, that had to be like a metaphor, right? There's like, was there significance to that at all, or was that just like a cool thing, like we're gonna show you?
There could. I'm pretty sure that the intention was there, but I don't know that we're that deep.
I know. Was the Headless Horseman in a cage the whole time? He just needed to be freed.
Well, I mean, he was freed.
By Ichabod Crane. Did he free him?
No.
Why do I remember his name, but I don't remember the plot of this movie?
How? Because Ichabod Crane is such a hard name to remember.
I know.
Difficult.
It just came out.
He was like the kooky scientist that knew too much, or the know-it-all. Everyone's like, fine, you're annoying. You're that person, right?
Yeah.
He was that, and so they're like, go try to solve this. And then he goes into Sleepy Hollow. And he's like, he's literally figuring it out. He's a detective at this point. Why are these people dying in this sequential order? And then he sees a Headless Horseman. Wait, why is he not targeting everyone if he's just like this entity? Oh, there's someone summoning the Headless Horseman. Ends up being...
It was the twin lady.
The twin lady.
Okay,
yeah.
Spoiler
alert if you have not seen, but also, come on, guys. I mean, JD's old as fuck. Like, this was his prime, baby. You should have seen this movie a long time ago. And it's such a good movie.
And it's seen with Christina Ricci. I feel like they're... No, not...
Yeah, Christina Ricci. What are your top 5?
Oh, God.
As a video editor, as someone who enjoys the spectacles of cinema, of making it, of partaking in it, what are your top 5?
You're really building me up as like an expert. I'm not.
Horror movies. No, but you're someone who enjoys watching.
I do like movies.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Maybe like a quick question. Like, what is the genre of horror?
I throw out like blankets.
Okay.
For me,
anything like spooky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's also subjective. I know like some are slashers or some are, like there's sci-fi horror. Some
What about musicals?
Yeah, you can. Oh my God. Do you fucks with Repo Man, the Genetic Opera?
No.
Oh my God.
That sounds amazing, though.
I know.
No, I was gonna say Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh yeah. Throw it in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's top 5. And actually, I was talking with a friend of mine about like the moments of like discovering like your sexuality. I found myself in that movie when I watched Meatloaf like pick up Columbia and like put her on the motorcycle. I was like, that's what I want. I want a man to look at me the way Meatloaf looked at Columbia. It's not really scary though, but I feel it's like costumey. It's like is that a Halloween movie?
Oh, I feel we had this in episode 2 where we're like, and we had a poll up, and a lot of people, you know, with Nightmare and with Edward Scissorhand. Yeah, I feel like this is another one we can put up at the end of this week. Yeah,
like, is it a Halloween movie?
Rocky Horror Picture Show, a Halloween movie.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah. Well, what's your opinion?
I'm gonna say it is, because it allows you to play with imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's at the core of Halloween has obviously like there's pagan origins to it, if you will, or there's like, you know,
it's the equinox,
right? But I think the way we interpreted it here in the States when it came over and how it manifested was, you know, it gave parents a way to just get the fuck out of here, kids. Go trick or treat. Like it's so crazy how bad. And this is me going on a tangent, but it's so crazy to me how in the past, because we just for a few friends and I, we just watched The Deliverance for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And it just happened to be, and that was last night, and I had never seen it. And it was like, because we had watched the thing at the cemetery.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay, tonight's theme is men trusting and not trusting way too many people all at once.
The Thing, it's in my top 5.
Oh, it is in your top 5?
Yeah.
Dude, I just really enjoyed at the end how they're gonna die. They're like, all right, well, this is it. Let me have this shot.
Do you think that one of them was The Thing?
Oh, finally at the end?
Yeah, like who do you think?
Well, I mean, because they discovered that The Thing was, or their analysis was that The Thing was like resigning. It was like, cool, I'll just freeze out and then the next group of people will find me and then I can duplicate, right? So they knew like its end goal was just to chill out.
Just gonna wait it out.
Oh. And so it could have been either of them. Maybe it was Childs, the one who took the shot at the end, because it could metaphorically be a victory shot. I don't know. Cool, you're about to die. You were to rack. His name was so funny in the film. Kurt Russell's name was like Rack something or
something very manly.
Like, oh, what was it? It's so funny. It was. We were looking at it and we're like, what? Oh my God.
I saw somewhere that I think it was just Chibs and Kurt Russell at the end, right?
Mac Ready. Isn't that Mac Ready?
That is such a porn star name.
Yeah.
Mac Ready here to show you The Thing. I saw something, it was probably on Reddit, about how Chibs at the end, like, because he was drinking, right? And they were kind of having a stand. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I know I love the movie. I think the practical effects, like, I'm really big on practical effects.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, I love it so much. Even if it looks like fucking shit, I'd rather see a puppet than like a shitty CGI or even a good CGI. Show me puppets. I love puppets.
I here for it. Wait, hold on.
Oh wait. Oh
yes.
He was drinking kerosene, so that's how you knew. Like, oh, he wasn't drinking actual alcohol. Like, he was drinking gasoline, and he couldn't tell because he was The Thing.
Oh, shiza. Oh my God, I need to
rewatch it and
rewatch it and examine.
I don't know if like you actually see that it's kerosene.
Yeah, like where.
But maybe he was making like Molotov cocktails, and that, I don't know. Listen, it was a Reddit thing.
On the other end of that,
Reddit.
though, and that the time frame of this film, like, weren't people drinking all sorts of bullshit?
I don't think they were drinking kerosene.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think they were drinking lighter fluid. There's no alcohol in lighter fluid. Like, why even? Like, Listerine, I understand.
But then why would the Thing drink that? It's
because he doesn't know. Like, he doesn't know the difference.
Oh, I
right?
see.
Like,
yeah.
he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this isn't human food. I'm not human. How could I tell?
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair.
But I love that movie. That's such a good movie. I did Rocky Horror, The Thing.
Oh yeah, Rocky Horror.
I really like Ari Aster, and I'm torn between Hereditary and Midsommar. And do people say Midsummer or I like Midsommar because there's an O in it. Midsommar.
It's bougie.
Yeah, it makes me pinkies up.
I haven't seen.
Have you not seen either of them?
I think I was super stony baloney when I saw Hereditary once.
I don't know how you survived that because that movie is scary.
I think I was so stony baloney that I was like, this is boring. I know.
You should rewatch it.
Because I don't get it. Because the memory I have of it is not great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, can we talk about it now? I don't want to like spoil it.
No, yeah, go ahead.
It's like a cult movie. Mm-hmm. And it's like devil worshipping and
in Hereditary?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what movie
You don't
I was
remember?
watching.
Oh God, it's like so. That reminds me of like another movie that I really like. It kind of reminds me of like Rosemary's Baby. So it's like the same. Like you don't realize that Toni Collette in it is like 10 out of 10 acting. I mean, she's always like such a great actress, but this one you're like horrified for her. And she has a daughter, and then like the daughter like dies like horrifically. And then but the daughter is actually like a demon, and the demon can only live in like a male body for some reason because sexism. And
Wow, that's rude, Ghost.
yeah, women can be demons too.
Jeez.
And that's pretty much the whole movie is like you figuring out that like Toni Collette is being manipulated by this like cult that her mom was in, and trying to put the demon in her child, and they accidentally they missed the opportunity to put it into her son.
Yeah.
And so they put it to her second child, which was a girl, and then it
Seems very deep.
is it? I don't know if
Has
it's
a lot of
deep.
layers. Maybe not deep.
It's
I
got
don't know.
really good acting in it, and like good imagery, and it's just like so creepy. I'm tearing this finger apart. No. I know. I'm sorry. I gotta put it down.
Okay, what about Midsommar?
That one. Have you not seen that one either?
No.
Okay. It's like hard to make that like a Halloween movie because it came out like in July, but it's like really creepy, and I think that it is like it's a story about like a breakup, but it's also a story about like grief. And I think I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about how like losing someone is like the ultimate breakup, like you're never going to get them back again.
Aww.
Sad, but it's, I don't know, I think it like really it handles all of that like kind of like really serious like underlying like visceral feeling of like grief really well.
Yeah.
And then it's also like funny, but and just really, really creepy. It's not like a bunch of jump scares. It's just like at the end, it's also another cult movie. I think I'm just really into cults.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because you're evil.
Join my cult. I don't know what we'll worship yet. The devil. We'll worship the devil.
Now, can we worship something that's like, really, guys?
The devil's cliche.
Yeah, it's too cliche.
What would we worship? Money? No.
No. Can we worship like dolphins?
Yeah, sure.
Or
No, I like dolphins. No, we Flipper. All hail Flipper.
part of like the coordinate, or was it coronations or different things like that? I'd be okay. We gotta watch these dolphin movies.
To watch the dolphin movies.
We need to go free them from SeaWorld.
Yes, love that. You have to sign this contract so that you are working for Flipper on the next planet, SeaWorld planet.
And if we run
the
out
actual SeaWorld
planet.
is where, like, after we die, we'll go to SeaWorld. In the galaxy
it'll
of
be a sea
Orcus.
world.
Yeah. It's some real seal.
All right, guys, join our cult. We do it for the dolphins.
Do it for the dolphins.
Oh, hail the dolphins. Also, they're in real life a bunch of jerks, rapey jerks.
Yeah.
Yet they're like, it's kind of like what are the other animals that we see and we're like, wow, they're so cute, and they end up being like just pieces of shit. I'm just spitballing here because dolphins are definitely up there, right? They'll like rape stuff. Killer whales. People love the way killer whales look. They think
I know, and they keep killing people,
and they're like crazy killers.
Yeah, but I mean,
killers of the sea. What?
Chimpanzees.
Really?
Chimpanzees. Yeah. Have you not seen Nope? Have you seen Nope?
Oh my God. Nope.
Oh, you haven't seen Nope. Okay, so like that's another good movie, But that story.
Oh yes. Yes.
I mean that's a true story. I remember watching that interview.
Wait, what?
Oscar didn't know. My ginger husband didn't know that it was based on a true story too. Yeah, that like the chimpanzee story is real. And the woman had an interview with Oprah. And
hold on. You got to preface this. All right, guys. Sorry. Revelations. What's happening right now?
So in the movie Nope, there is like what are those called? Like a B story?
Yeah, a C story.
Like the foundation of the movie is like based off of this event where a chimpanzee like went crazy on these actors and like murdered a couple of them and maimed a young girl like horrifically where she like didn't have like lips anymore, right? In the movie, and like she didn't have hands. And it's based off a true story. I don't know. I'm not like an expert in this. I did listen to the 911 phone call, and that is horrifying. But yeah, it's a true story. A woman had a chimpanzee in the entertainment industry, and I think she was giving it like Xanax or whatever. So it was like a drugged up chimpanzee, and it was actually her friend that it attacked. And I remember in the. It's like a weird thing to talk about, but in like the 911 phone call, she was like screaming like, oh my God, he's eating her. Yeah, like so she doesn't have hands, and he ripped off her face. She doesn't have eyes anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then Oprah had her on the show, and I like asked her to take off because she had like a I don't know what to call it, but like some sort of like courtesy like
mask
face cover.
thing.
Yeah. And you like kind of see she doesn't have like a lips or nose or eyes.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, but that actually happened to a real person. That's not just like Jordan Peele made it up. Like that's a true victim of those cute and cuddly chimpanzees.
Wow. Well, now you guys know that chimpanzees are the definition of fuck around and find out.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah.
That's awful. And it's so funny because we both have some like film industry experience. And I just recently read an article, or not an article, but I'm part of these like crew groups or whatever. And someone's like, hey, like I can't stress this enough. I'm part of the wrangling team. There's a handful of us in Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. Like, we all pretty much know each other. I can't stress this enough. If you guys are going to have snakes, if you guys are going to have any type of wild animal on your set, like, make sure that whoever you guys are hiring is certified and has, like, all the paperwork to back them, because I'm having to come in a lot these days last minute for these productions that are realizing, like, midway through, 3/4 down the way, that whoever they hired on previously wasn't, like, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, bro, if you have snakes, if you have different things on set, like, you're putting people's lives in danger.
You're working with wild animals.
Yeah. And like, these people are just trying to make a quick buck on you and not doing the background checks that they need to. And so he's like, I can't, like, and if I can't come out, and he was like a veteran wrangler, he's like, I can, lead you to people that are trusted, that have been in the industry for a very long time. So I was just like, damn, that's wild, because we see, outside of the CGI stuff, but we see tons of shit with animals in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. The older I get, the more I realize that like none of us are professionals.
No.
So it is like crazy to think like you don't know.
Right.
Like, do you really know how to take care of this snake, and or do you just like, what's your background? Did you work at Taco Bell before this, or?
I did. My first job ever.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then I worked at Taco Time, my first job ever. Twins.
Again.
Yeah, rolling burritos.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Yesterday I was with my friend and she's like, wait, because she didn't know I worked at Taco Bell. She's like, so that means you can roll a burrito? I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Tuck and fold and wrap.
It's an art.
I left our hands to the exact same thing.
We know. Okay, so Nope is in your top 5?
Yeah, you know what? Since we were talking about it, I'll put it in my top 5.
All right.
I really liked it, and I think since like you're in the industry, it would be like a good time for you to like watch it, because it's based off of like what we were just talking about, like animals in
Oh, I have seen Nope.
Oh my God, then why why did I assume that you hadn't seen it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh yeah, because
we were talking about the story.
I'm so embarrassed.
No, it's the story. Yeah, the story within the story that I did not know was a real story.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is God, that's a terrible story.
I know.
Poor lady.
I know. Yeah.
The rest of her life.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You don't really like. You're not grateful until like you run into like some sort of like health issue, and just grateful. That didn't happen to me.
Yeah, I mean it's a
terrible thing to say.
It's a tangent. It's another tangent, guys. But that's gonna be our episode name. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, it's true. It's like when you're sick, right? And you're like this morning I had like a small cough just because I'm like not well rested, and it's like, oh man, okay, I should probably keep an eye on this. Like make sure I'm good. Like sleep well this week. Don't stress out too much. And it's not. It's kind of like when someone does such a good job all the time that the moment that they don't do a good job, it's so easy to notice it.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, ew. So like my brother used to get A's like crazy, and then he got like 1 B- at one point. And my mom's like, what are you doing with your life?
Oh, well, and that's scary to get.
Relax, Mom. Let him breathe a little. You can't be great at everything, you know.
And that's why you set the expectations
real low. Yeah. Yep. Same here. Same here, sister.
Yeah.
Ow!
Bare minimum, always.
All right. What's your last top 5?
Oh, crap. Am I already at 5?
You have Rocky Horror. We have The Thing, Hereditary, Midsommar, and I just globbed them into one.
Cool.
Nope.
Oh man, I feel like I had a whole list that I can't like remember now.
This is like when you go to karaoke and you're like,
yeah, what do I sing? I like all of the songs. Now Teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah.
What a twist. I did not think that was going to go there.
Yeah, me either.
Wow. Also, none of our top 5s are the same.
Oh, okay. Were we hoping that they would align?
Well, we didn't know, right? Coming into it.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Well, I'm really excited to hear yours and be like, oh, God, I should have. Yes, I agree.
Teeth. Describe Teeth for people that have never seen it, which, come on, guys.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen Teeth, right?
I have.
Teeth is a coming-of-age story. And a young lady discovers something about herself, that she has teeth in her vagina.
As we all do.
Yeah. Vagina dentata, I think is what it was called.
Vagina dentata. Oh my goodness. Right now, I'm like, because, we're both watching Hot D. Hot D. And they're like,
and now I was like, what are we watching? Okay, House of Dragon. Yeah.
And it's like, that Targusi. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
That Targusi.
I've not heard that, but I get it and I understand.
Okay, so what about the teeth do you really...
About that movie?
Yeah.
I think it's super campy, which I like. Low budget, love that. And I do like a lot of like more coming of age like horror movies, because all of them are like kind of based on like don't have sex too early. But this one I think puts more of the instead of her, like, have you seen It Follows?
Yes.
Well, that one is like they're paying the consequences of their like promiscuity.
Yeah.
Well,
that's literally, isn't the metaphor like STDs?
Like STDs, yeah.
Floating after you.
Yeah, they're following you. But with this one, like it starts off with like a sexual assault, and then that's when she discovers that she has vagina dentata. And then like she gets like dicked around by some dude. And then she just, oh God, I love that scene where he's like having sex with her and he says something like stupid, and she just like sitting there and you just hear him start screaming.
That has to be a metaphor in itself, though, right? Like, because we're...
Yeah, but it's not... Because I feel like so many, like, scary movies, it is, you punish... Like, Vivitch, like, she wasn't, like, promiscuous, but it was, like, she's, like, coming of age. Like, all of, like, the... I think, at the end of the day, like, witch stories are, like, very, like, feminist stories.
Yeah.
And this one I feel like is similar, but she's not like she's not being blamed for it. Yeah,
right. She's using
like she becomes kind of the monster in it.
I like that.
Yeah,
especially because I mean, what is it? Two of the tropes in horror movies is like, oh, the slut gets killed.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then also like don't have sex,
right?
Yeah. So it's like What if
I was gonna have Cabin in the Woods be in my top 5 too, but that one does like a really good job of
pointing that out. Yeah. It's funny because we're in next week's episode we put my 2 buddies in the cabin of the woods in a scenario where they're down in the cellar.
Which one are they?
They're themselves, but they're in the cellar having to
Tell me which one's the slut.
Tell me which one's the slut. If I had to pick between them two,
you don't have to answer.
Rocky Horror is a solid pick. The Thing is a solid pick.
Right.
Teeth is a solid pick. Nope. I'm still
Take it off. Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. Okay. Then she's like, you know what? I resend it.
I remember. I think because we were just talking about Nope. And
we're talking about babies. Yeah. Okay. So Rosemary's Baby. Okay. This is a pretty solid list.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
great.
much.
Especially since, guys, she's my evil twin and she doesn't like Halloween. And that's because she's never had, and we can get into this, a really good spooky experience. So we can change that.
It's not that I don't like the costume parts, but I can take me to the haunted houses.
You have a bad costume experience as a kid.
Yeah.
See, this whole episode was kind of about like kids in a way.
True, yeah.
Yeah, like
got babies on the mind, yeah.
Babies. We're manifesting in a good way. Well, no evil twins for Casey. But yeah, and so like before I get to my top 5, do you want to share with the classroom?
Oh my God, yeah, what?
The story about your costume?
I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah.
Do you not want to relive that?
I can. I just, I had to make my own costume. This was the 5th grade, and I was going to be a hippie. And so I spent... Hippie. I feel like it was like a 70s thing. Oh, you know what it was? It was like the Spice Girls time, and I feel like they were kind of like hippieing it up, like, slice up your life. And so I wanted to be a hippie, so I sewed like peace signs in like my clothes. And I remember it was the 5th grade, Mrs. Richmond had all of us like individually stand up, and she would be like, you're a witch, or you're Frankenstein. And when I stood up, she pointed at me and she was like, regular student.
So she devalued all your hard work?
Yeah, so then I sat down.
And your imagination.
I know. She just said I wasn't even wearing a costume. And so when people were asking me, like, what are you? I was just a regular student. I didn't try. I didn't put any effort into this.
Oh, that's so sad. And that would traumatize anyone.
I feel, is that like a dumb core memory?
No, I think it's a great core memory. Not great contextually as far as like what it did to you, but great in the sense that it's a good example of what can happen when someone you look up to makes you feel depreciated.
Yeah.
And so it's like hard because you're like, oh, she did 2 things that day. 1, she embarrassed you in front of everybody.
I know, how dare she?
And 2, she discredited all your work. Now, maybe that might not have been her intention.
No, it was. She had it out for me.
Oh, what a bitch. Let's kill her. But yeah, she did those 2 things simultaneously, and you were a kid, and you're impressionable, and you're a sponge. So you're going to walk away with whatever it is, the remnants of that.
Do you think, though, I feel like it was a bit of a personality thing for me, because if that had happened to you, would you have corrected her and be like, no, clearly I am a hippie. Look at this peace sign.
Yeah, my personality has always been, some people say I can be mean. And so, yeah, so that's the thing. I'm a very efficient person. In order to run my life the way I do, I'm very just like, I don't have time for the fluff.
Yeah.
And so there's times where I've been told before, like obviously it's not my intention to sound like a biatch. So that's where the evil twin comes. And so I've been told before, like an example being
like you're too blunt?
Yes.
Okay.
And people
never changed that. I love that.
People are, I've been told before, like, I know, and they'll preface with like, I know that you're not trying to be a bitch, but it sounds like you're being a
Dude, whatever,
bitch.
they're too sensitive.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think a lot of it too, how we perceive people's who they are like towards us is really like one, the relational equity there. So if there's not enough trust and relationship built, then you're going to perceive it based off of how much has been invested. And then two, like what you're dealing with at the time. Because a lot of the times.
But that's like, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. It's just a lot of the times that we think we're being attacked or whatever, or a lot of it just comes from our own insecurity.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's their baggage, and they shouldn't have like a talk with you about like you just being yourself. Yeah, like get over it.
Yeah, like okay, I'm gonna give you an example. There was
I'm listening. I love it.
No, there was like pour the scathing tea. Okay, the witch's cauldron bubbling. Okay, so basically, my mom was feeling a little ill, and it was a day that I was actually running around town with Josh, and his mom was in town and brother, and they're never down here. And so we were trying to get down to get Korean barbecue, and they had, they don't have that in Tennessee. Not really.
What do they have there?
It's not great. It's a lot of cheese.
Barbecue, right? They got barbecue.
Yeah.
It's not Korean barbecue.
No, but Korean barbecue slaps. The little cucumbers.
So good, yeah. Team.
Maybe we can go do that after this.
Yes, please.
Oh my God. Okay. And so all that to say that my mom's like on part of a group chat with my sisters and my brothers and my mom, and she goes, hey guys, I'm not, I haven't been feeling really well. And so all my siblings come to bat, and they're like, hey, like, I hope you're feeling okay. Like, they're all asking the questions, right? I've been driving them around. I can't really be texting, but I'm aware of what's happening. And so then at some point I knew that I was going to have to come back home because I was staying with Josh a few days at that time, and I knew I had to come home. And so then I'm like, wait, she thinks she has COVID. And so I was like, I can't go back home if she has COVID because I have so and so, like, there's always so much going on. I have work. And so then I basically just go, hey, and so basically I think at some point before I came in to the conversation, someone goes, hey, are you going to take a COVID test just to find out? And she never really responded. She's like, oh, I'll just see. Kind of like.
That's your mom?
Yeah. And so then I come in with, and again, at this point, it's been established she's okay, this and that.
Yeah.
And then I go, okay, mom, hey, mom, like, I just said, hey, mom, could you check, or could you take the test just because just in case I haven't been home, I just need to make sure that like.
Yeah. You need to know.
I need to know if I can come home.
Yeah.
I haven't been home in a few days. And so basically that was the approach. I just said, hey, like, can you let me know what the test says? Something like along those lines.
Yeah. That seems
it.
very reasonable to me.
I get a text back from my oldest sister. She's like, hey, I know you're not trying to seem like you don't care, but you didn't ask mom how she was feeling, how she was doing, and it seems a little self-centered.
Huh.
And then I was like, oh, and I remember like, and I don't know if I was menstruating. I was about to start my period, and I don't cry easily, but I just was like crying that night. No. It made me cry because I was like, I care. Like, it made me question, like, do I not care about people?
Yeah.
I know. It's so fucked. And so Josh is like, the fact that you're crying and questioning that means that you care about people.
Yeah. Like, it's like felt like an attack on your character, right?
Yeah. Because because it was like,
how could she not know I care?
Right. Yeah. But she prefaced with like, I know this is not your intention.
Is that what?
However,
it's interesting. So your sister said that it wasn't your mom?
No, it was my oldest sister. Yeah.
Did your mom talk to your sister, and then your sister like talked to you? Was that?
No.
So it was just like her. So
that was from her perception from my text.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh boy. And so and again, it's 3 times in the last decade of my life. It's been like, yeah, sometimes you say things that are kind of mean. And so it's okay. It's fine. Like I've just learned like, okay, I need to start with a little bit. I need to like sugarcoat a little bit.
I guess like to a degree. I think I've been around like some people who see truth bombs as I'm just real, and like, well, you're kind of being a dick.
Yeah, like, there's a way to approach things, and I completely respect that.
Yeah. Do you think you're doing that? You're just like handing out like truth bombs? Like, that's just me. I'm
No, because I apologized. I was like, oh shit, like I honestly, it was just like I was on the road.
Yeah.
I just needed an answer.
What I find very strange and interesting is that it was your sister that like approached you about it. Like
she's like alpha though. So like you know how everyone has like their matriarch or their patriarch or whatever. Like my sister, because of our family dynamics, that specific sister just happens to be
she's
like,
the oldest?
Yeah. She's she's Beyonce in Destiny's Child. You know what I mean? Like and we all know it. We're like, she's Kim Kardashian. And
I wish that I could have been your voice in that situation and be like, sister, like step down. Like,
like,
this isn't your job to like police to like how I talk to our mom. And like our mom knows that I love her and I'm just trying to like keep my health in check so I can continue to work.
Right. I don't want to come home and catch COVID because she's being negligent and not taking a COVID test.
It fucking sucks.
And I've told my mom, and I'll be honest with you, I was like, Mom, if there was a zombie apocalypse, you are the type to hide one of our zombie siblings and end up getting bit, or like hide a bite, and
like
then
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, like Shaun of the Dead. You'd be like, everyone come over for a potluck and hide that you got bit on the ankle and you're about to turn all this. Like that is who my mom is, and I've accepted it.
Yeah.
So circling back to your teacher that day, if I was your voice, I wish I was your voice. I would have been like,
if we could be each other's voices.
Right, I would have been like, Miss, what was her name?
Miss Richmond.
Miss motherfucking, no, I'm kidding. I'd be like, hey, Miss Richmond, actually, that was close. Good job, but I'm actually a hippie.
Yeah, you can tell by
this and this. And then it would give her an opportunity to correct.
Yeah.
And if she didn't, then I'd be like, what, are you fucking blind? And then that part of me comes out. Because I'm like, come on.
Love that.
Yeah. But I get it. I feel like everyone to an extent has really embarrassing like Halloween stories. So all that to say though, as a young adult, I've been able to kind of make my own costumes now.
Yeah.
And they slap, baby. So it's very much like, I think if you were to give it another chance.
I should. What do you know? What I'm sorry. Should we do movies now?
No, you're good.
No. What are you gonna dress up as
this year?
Yeah.
Have you seen Our Flag Means Death?
No.
Oh my God, you'd love it. It's a Taika Waititi show.
I've heard people talking about it. Yeah, it's on my list.
It's a gay pirate show.
Love it.
So my boo and I are just gonna be the gay lovers.
Okay, cool.
I'm Blackbeard this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
All leather, everything, big beard. I can't wait to put on a beard. And he's going to be Stede Bonnet, which is like the gentleman pirate. And if you guys listen to the last pod on the left, they cover the story of Blackbeard and Stede Bonnet, the gentleman pirate. In real life, they were rumored to be lovers. And they brought, like, Stede Bonnet brought, like, the softness out of Blackbeard. Yeah.
There's like so much backstory to this costume.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time, pirate.
Yeah, just a pirate. No, I'm Blackbeard, and my boyfriend is his gay lover.
Love it. How fun.
And it's gonna be really fun.
Do you have the beard, or are you gonna do like a wig thing?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna order some stuff.
Okay, cool.
Josh and I had a really fun time the other day because we went to Goodwill down here, and we found all of Stede Bonnet like style clothing, and I'm like really excited because he ended up buying like this purple blazer situation thing, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I have a blazer after this. It's so cute.
Hell yeah.
Wait, are you and your boo gonna go for it? You and Oscar?
Probably not, but a costume that I've always wanted to like do with him is do you watch Futurama? Yeah, so Leela, and then he would be Fry.
Let's do it.
I know,
we gotta do it.
I know.
What are you guys doing on Halloween?
I think he's working.
What
day is Halloween?
On a Monday.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I'm probably gonna watch some movies.
Inquire with the man. What are his days off? We got to give you guys a proper Halloween experience before the year's up.
It's true. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can check my calendar. We'll do it later.
We'll do it later. But okay, my top 5.
All right. Pew, pew, pew. Or should it be like spooky music? Ooh.
Okay, I'll do like the piano, or try to do the piano stuff, the high pitched stuff, and then you can do like the ghouls.
Okay.
And we'll go for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ghoul.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ghoul. I can't do it seriously. I'm sorry.
Oh, that just sounds like Snow White at that point.
It does, yeah. It's beautiful.
Anyway, thank you. I had a hard time because I have
so many.
Yeah, there was too many. But if I had to just get through them, I really enjoyed The Descent.
Oh, is that when they like go underground?
Spelunking and climbing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
and it's just all women.
I don't think I've seen that movie, but I've read about it.
Oh boy, we have to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Like it doesn't actually, you don't see like the creepy ghoulies until easily over an hour.
That's good. I love it when they have like restraints so you don't see the monsters like too soon.
But there's enough buildup that you're like, oh, this is like wild. Like you're entertained the entire time.
And also like caves are just terrifying.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God. I went to have a soup once and
bless you. I said bless you.
And they had to block it off, but you can go spelunking in those ridges.
You know, for those of people who don't know what spelunking is, will you let them know?
Oh yeah, spelunking.
It's me. I don't know what it is.
Oh, basically it's just climbing inside of holes inside of the earth.
Wow, worst nightmare.
Yeah.
No.
So you have like a headlamp.
Such a fun name though.
Spelunking. It's the exploration of caves, especially as a hobby. So basically, yeah, it's essentially what we like to do, climbing outside, but on the inside of mountains.
See, I just don't understand the desire. And you know how like there's like niches like for everything. Like there's a huge like underground world of like ballroom dancing where you're just like, I didn't know like this is going on. I can understand that. I cannot understand going out of my way to be in a cramped dark hole.
It's just a discovery of the unknown.
Is it a heterosexual like man thing?
No, because I mean in the movie The Descent it was all females.
It was a sex joke. I made a sex joke.
Oh, what?
A cramped dark hole. I didn't want to move past it. I needed it to be acknowledged.
I'm glad because when we go back and listen and watch this later on, it's going to be extra funny. I'm glad you committed to the bit.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, well you have to watch The Descent now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's really spooky and there's activities and it's just done really, really well.
Yeah.
It's just done so well, considering that like obviously you can't film inside of caves. Like, how are you going to get a whole film crew down there?
Did they not?
No, they built them. So, you know how, like, Inception, the scene, have you seen Inception?
Of course I have.
Where they're
the
like,
elevator scene, or the hallway scene?
Yeah, where it's like going in circles. Whoa. And so then that was obviously done
on a
practically.
soundstage?
Yeah. So, in the same, right, what is it? What would be what department is that?
Props.
Is it props?
Stagecraft.
Whatever. Sorry, guys. We're not. Don't come for me. That's not my department. I've never PA'd for you guys.
Construction?
Those guys.
Yeah.
Stage management. I don't know.
I feel like that feels right.
Yeah. So basically, they reused a lot of the caves, if you will, and then they just repurposed them throughout the movie.
I can see that.
Which I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
Which is like, how do you... That's a whole nother world that I don't understand.
It's like puppets, but a cave.
And you're in it.
Yeah.
Whoa, like a black hole.
Uh-huh.
That we all apparently... Okay. The next one on my list is... man, these are hard. Again, because these are... But I'm going to go off like my gut because I have like 15 listed. The next one is Sinister, the first Sinister.
I haven't seen either of them.
That one, I think is it Ethan Hawke? Let me check. Sinister.
I love Ethan Hawke.
It is Ethan Hawke. And he does just such a great job. And I'm all about like movies with a twist. I love movies with great sound scores. Just so good. It was very original at the time. And then again,
how old is it?
Sinister is from 2012.
Oh, okay.
And so, just a quick synopsis is a washed-up true crime writer, Ellison Oswalt, finds a box of Super 8 home movies in his new home, revealing that the murder he is currently researching is the work of a serial killer whose legacy dates back to the 1960s.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I would consider that a Halloween movie.
It's spooky. It's really eerie. Yeah.
Okay. Are there like spirit elements to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will give you that's a Halloween movie. It's like, that's a thriller.
It's just a thriller. Maybe we'll do that on the way home. Yeah. All right, the next one that I just was very enjoyable, and I just rewatched it the other day for this. Actually, it's The Silence of the Lambs. I know,
that's a great one.
And I was like, and it's so funny because I had to choose that night between that movie and Event Horizon. I know that one's up there too.
That was a bad movie. That would be on my bad movie list.
Really? You didn't like? I loved it.
No, I mean, like, I saw that way too young, but that's definitely like, how did this get made? Like, kind of territory.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
This is like so bad it's good.
It's so bad. It's so good. Yeah, and so Silence of the Lamb was like 30 minutes longer. It was already 10, so I was like, ooh, this is, and so I gave my brother the choice, and then he picked it, and I was like, okay, well, we're committing to an almost 2-hour movie. But what I enjoyed was that no matter how long it felt, like with The Dark Knight or with the recent Batman movie that was almost 4 hours long, you're like, wow, we've been sitting here.
It was so long. Also, I was just talking about this with the lawyer. Yeah. I forgot his name already. Chris. I was talking about this with Chris. There's not movies that are like tight 90s anymore. Like, every movie is so long.
Yeah.
It just makes me angry. Sorry, you were talking about...
Well, you're like, I don't have the time no more. I can't be here. My butt's going numb.
I've been here since 7 p.m.
Oh my
James
God.
Bond, Can You Just Die? This movie...
Die another day.
Yeah, that movie was so long. I was getting like physically angry, like in my seat. Like, it's a good movie, but like, you have got to... Oh God, you gotta tighten it up.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of fluff for sure. I don't know. People, it's almost like how my movie's longer than your, like.
I think that's what it is. Like, maybe it's more of like a quantity versus quality. Like, they're already paying so much. It's so hard to get people in like the theaters. Like, we'll just give them a very long movie.
It's wild.
But I feel as editors, like, most of our job is just like shorten.
Oh yeah. They're gonna. I'm sure, like, for that Batman movie specifically, it could have easily gone on to be like a 6-hour movie.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I was watching it, being like, you can cut that. You can cut that.
You can cut that. You can cut. See, yeah, our whole job is to make, something go from something, a behemoth to like an ant.
Yeah.
Even though these ants are like 2 or 3 hours. I just appreciated how long the movie was, even though we just said shit about all the... I appreciate it.
But it's good.
Yeah.
When it's a slow burn like that.
Yes, exactly. Like, everything had intention. Everything had purpose. There wasn't like, you had a few B-roll moments, if you will, where she's like jogging, or you know what I mean? But most of what you saw was like intentional. Like, it all had to do with that final outcome. And even the way Hannibal like dips out 3/4 through the movie.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you didn't... We let this happen. We let our B story go. He goes free. And then we forget about him, but it's okay because there's a more prominent story here. And now it's getting Billy, whatever the fuck.
I was going to say Billy Bob Thornton. Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. Yeah, so... And they went on to make, like, a sequel, and it was... I don't think it went... But they didn't even use Jodie Foster for that.
No, it's Julianne Moore. So you don't like redheaded women. You just like redheaded men.
I'm evil. I'm just kidding.
Do people comment on Josh's hair a lot?
Josh's hair?
Yeah, do people comment on it a lot?
Oh, there was this one time, because he's not a true redhead. He's red. Yeah. Meow. But he has pictures of him when he was a kid, and it was red. But actually, as he's gotten older, and when he moved out here, the sun just went.
Oh, so he's like blonder?
He's more he's big blonde.
Yeah.
Big blonde
Does
energy.
he have eyebrows?
They're there.
Have we talked about this? Because Oscars are very blonde, so he doesn't really have eyebrows. Yeah. Very on trend right now.
Like Mike, because of House of the Dragon. Yeah. What's his face?
What is his name? Damon? Yeah.
Damon, meow. Where are his eyebrows? You don't know, but...
Don't need them.
But he don't need them because he can still do all these expressions without I'm trying to make expressions with my eyes. Okay.
I am so attracted to you right now. Just like Damon.
It's so funny. I'll be like, Josh, do I look sad? He's like, you look constipated. Oh no. I'm like, oh, I guess there is, because I think Jason Bateman, tangent, we've gone on so many today. Jason Bateman he hosts he's one of the hosts for Smartless,
Oh, yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
right? And he goes, and there was something that he says a bunch of stuff, but he said something that was really stand out, which is like, you can exude emotion, but you also have to know how your face reads to camera. So even if you're feeling, or you're allowing your character to feel sadness, angst, anger, rage, whatever it is that your character is supposed to feel in that moment for that scene, your face also needs to translate that, because that's commanding the muscles on your face.
Okay, that makes sense.
To read as follows.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh shit, I don't think a lot of people do that, because I think we had seen this film, and this girl was supposed to be like just not sleeping well, depressed, and she looks like she's, what is it, foreboding, or she's just like, but
Is that what foreboding looks like?
no, but like, no, like it does not translate.
Should we start an acting school? Can you show me what sadness looks like?
No, wait. I have to just think of that last episode of House of the Dragons when I start crying when he's walking to the throne.
Oh, what a powerful scene. That's it, yeah. The smile is throwing me off with the sadness, but...
My ex, he was so evil. He goes, okay, I'm not making fun of you. He's like, but when you cry, this was the most psycho shit I've ever heard in my life. When you cry, it looks funny because you're smiling.
Oh, interesting.
How do I even take that?
You know, like an interesting thing, like you're upset and he's commenting
on my
giving
face.
you like a complex on your sadness.
Yeah, I'm like, but I was really sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess the next on my list is Event Horizon.
Is it really?
I really like Event Horizon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I just like, again, it's the movies with the twist, baby. Like Shutter Island, that's not on the top
It's our
5.
first space movie, I think. You know what? I wanted to add Aliens. Not Aliens to it, but...
Yeah, that one's a classic.
Yeah. So Event Horizon. I think objectively it is a bad movie. It is a bad... So what is it that you enjoy so much about it?
I just, again, like I said, I love the twists at the end.
What's the twist? Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
No. The twist at the end being that you thought like, oh, you have Fishburne's character, right? And he's like, realizing at the end that it was really the protagonist who was the bad guy the whole time. He was giving the devil ship, or the devil thing, like the possessed ship, more bodies. He's leading this expedition, and they're like discovering the ruins of this, the previous astronauts that were there and whatnot. And so what's happening, and now everyone's kind of turning on each other, and again, like, people are dying, and so you're sympathizing because you're like, oh, they're about to take out the protagonist, and then at the end it turns out, oh no, it was him the whole time. And that's what I love, like Shutter Island, right? When Leo was like, oh shit, it was me.
Yeah.
I love these movies with these ends. I just let me think I know what the fuck is happening, and then be like, ha,
yeah.
I took the rug right out under you, you know? Yeah. I love it. I love
like
that
Sixth Sense too.
Yeah.
Like, he was dead the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that stuff.
So twists, you're into twists.
I love twists.
Yeah.
The last one, speaking of twists, The Mist.
The original or the remake?
I don't think I've seen the original, but I really...
Oh, you haven't seen the original?
No.
Okay.
This is about a freak storm that unleashes a species of bloodthirsty creatures on a small town where a small band of citizens hole up in a supermarket and fight for their lives.
Yeah, okay.
That sound about?
I feel like I know the ending.
Yeah, the ending...
It's really dark, right?
Oh, yeah, the ending, you're just... Because you're like, oh, man, like... Because again, it's that you think you have an idea of what's going on. There's a resolution in your mind, regardless if it's a positive one or a bad one. And then again, they sweep the rug right out under you, and you fall on your face. And and with this, The Mist, like you're like, okay, there's this old woman, there's this old man, there's this little kid, a lady. They all said, let's say, fuck this market and get out of here. We don't want to be sitting ducks. Like we gotta go. We're better out there. You know, you think they're going to do their best to fight their way out, essentially. And then they run out of fuel, and now they're stuck in this mist out in the middle of nowhere. And there's a gun, and impossible situations, impossible scenarios, and impossible choices come about, and he has to make a choice. So he makes that choice. And he goes, all right, I can kill all of you with these 4 bullets. There's not enough for me, but I'll go out the hard way. I'll get murdered by these things outside since there's no way out of this. And then, spoiler alert, the cavalry comes and saves the day 5 minutes after.
Too late, yeah.
And he's just killed everybody.
Yeah.
And like, to me, that's so horrific because this man has to live with that trauma of murder. Had he waited 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's really tragic. Do you think that...
heartbreaking.
Do you think that you would you do that?
Would I kill people?
Yeah.
To spare them from being
so they
mutilated?
wouldn't suffer, yeah. Or would you be the person like, no, yeah, you can kill me? Or would you like be like, no, I'm not doing either of those things?
I would be like, you know what? I'll take my chances and leave with you.
Yeah. So you wouldn't stay in the grocery store.
I wouldn't stay in the grocery store because that's crazy. Unless it was Costco. But that was no Costco.
No, yeah, it was a smaller grocery store. I think I would stay in the grocery store though.
Yeah, you think you'd stay in the...
Yeah.
Just for me, because it was mostly glass too. I'm like, you're not really gonna... Again, Costco has brick.
It's true. Got no windows in there.
No windows in there. And there's different rooms that are... I don't know.
So many places to climb.
So many... Again, the climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely venture out and try to see... Because I am very curious in that way too. And I'm like... And I think a part of me...
I love how like... a terrifying thing is happening, but you're also, you know what? I just want to see what outside is like.
It's just my fight or flight, you know? I shared in the Spooky Stories episode how like when I was little, someone like knocked on a window in front of me when I was little, and I ran outside to see what it was. I want to know.
Interesting. So I'm not that. Yeah, I would hide.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm very much like, I'll fight my way out, or I'll fight dying. You know, again, House of the Dragon, where what was it? What was that daughter or the one that died from Vagar going?
I don't know. All
Lena,
of their names are the
Lena.
same. Okay,
It's Lena, and she was like, I want to go out like a Valerian. Like I want to go out.
That's you.
Fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Like kill me in action. Like I want to go out a hero, and not even like for the hero part of it. I just don't want to be bored. I'm gonna sit in the supermarket for hours.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out bored. What the fuck?
That is like an interesting, because then
Or
you'd just be
emotionally
sitting in
eating.
fear the whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
I'd rather just be like,
Let's do something with this.
and then I get chopped in half, and then I didn't even see it coming.
Okay, yeah. So you went out on your terms, much like Lena with the dragon.
Yep.
Do you know what the mist is, or like, do you have a theory on what it is?
I assume if it was the creatures were involved with that mist, I'm gonna say it was like maybe something that they were off-putting into the air to weaken their prey.
No, but like, where did the creatures creatures from?
I'm gonna assume there's some like fucking freaky space creatures out there.
Oh, okay. So
I
not
mean, there's
like
so many galaxies. Hello. You know, there's something.
Yellow. There's SeaWorld.
Well, where we're gonna go eventually.
Blessed be the
Blessed
SeaWorld.
be the dolphin.
Oh yeah, dolphin. Sorry, I got my cult already.
Our cult.
I think that because my thought would be that it was like a government experiment gone wrong, because the cavalry were there. You know.
Yeah, they did. The army did just show up and the mist disappeared.
Yeah.
That's fair. Which, you know, the government, you know, they've done stuff.
They've got so many weird experiments going on.
That's why I also appreciate Cabin in the Woods, because it's a trope on like these people, right? In this like NASA room causing mayhem, but it's just like another 9 to 5 day.
We'll have a mutual. We'll make the mutual one Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, our mutual one is
Yeah.
Cabin. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's at 5 for me. I have The Descent, Sinister, The Silence of the Lamb, Event Horizon, and The Mist. Yeah,
Love it.
That's it.
It's a great list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these were all pretty solid picks.
Yeah.
All right. And then we got to take you to we got to get you in a costume or something at some point.
Oh, maybe next year.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It'll happen. Awesome. I think I'm gonna wrap this show up.
Okay.
Do you have any final spooky thoughts, Evil Twin?
Hail the 7 layers of the dolphin hell.
Ooh, join our cult. Okay, guys, thank you. That's it for the show. Thank you, podcast listeners and viewers. This couldn't happen without you. Thank you, Patreon subscribers, for the extra little love that you sprinkle by giving to the show. Thank you, Chris Bonifay at Sent to Destroy Studios, who's coming out next week, y'all, for letting me run my vanilla show in your dark, spooky manner. And thank you to the very groovy Ted for loaning us a second camera so we can see my evil twin, Casey. And then thank you, Joshua Taylor, for creative input and producing. Thank you, Eric Ayala, for making all the really cool graphics that you see on social media, because we all know that is not my strong suit. So thank you, bro. And thank you, Casey, for coming today and being my evil twin.
Me. Yeah, I was born this way.
If you want to support the show and are watching, you can use the QR code on the screen. But for those listening who can't use the QR code because there is no screen, here's a little jingle in the meantime to hold you over. What are we doing, evil twin?
Creep by Radiohead.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. But I'm a weirdo. Okay, we're done. We're done hurting your ears.
Bad.
Wow.
Why is that so bad?
We had a good time trying. Thank you, Radiohead, for making a creepy
That was
song.
hard to sing along to.
It was an anthem for the fellow creeps out there.
Yeah.
Beautiful and perfect for spooky season. And lastly, do not forget to follow the pod at TALKSNSIPS on Insta and TikTok. Write in. We love to hear from you. And you can also do that at talksandsips@gmail.com. You can be like, whoa, you guys didn't even look like, how are you guys even twins? That's not even the right shade of olive. And I'll be like, oh, whatever. And to find everything that you need in one singular place, head on over to talksandsips.com. And with that, I have been Jayfoxx, JC, and you've been...
Oh, I'm Casey.
My evil, or we're both evil twins in this case.
Our mutual evil twins.
And we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Wait.
Bye. Wow.
I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. But I'm a weirdo. Okay, we're done. We're done hurting your ears.